Napoleon walks into this room, and as sure as the sky is blue, 18-year-old girl just laying there waiting to be deflowered. Second movie I highly recommend. You guys got to check out Napoleon. Guys, and forgive me for this long intermission, but I got to get this off my chest. When you watch Napoleon, my takeaway from that movie, oh my God, my takeaway from that movie was how vile and depraved and debaucherous French people were back in the day. Guys, it was absolute fucking madness. It was fucking craziness. We got people shooting themselves in a court of law. We got people fighting each other in court. We got people having sex parties out in the street. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even begin to tell you how absolutely fucking crazy French people were or still are. Guys, it was a fucking free-for-all. Napoleon's wife is fucking some other dude. Dude. So Napoleon wants to marry, he wants to date this girl, right? He wants to date this girl. Or I guess he wants to marry her. And so she's like, I gotta warn you, I've kind of been around the block. Do you have a problem with that? He's like, nope, don't have a problem with that. Okay. I'm not like the other girls. No, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, I'm not exactly traditional. I'm not exactly virginal. Nope. Don't have a problem with that. And so, do you know what this woman did as soon as Napoleon told her, I got no problem? The bitch turns to him, literally, guys, not kidding. She turns towards Napoleon and opens her legs. Just sits there, okay, the pussy is yours. Guys, I kid you not. I kid you fucking not. And Devin says, and this is exactly right. She says, there's a reason why paternity tests are illegal in France. Debauchery is the fabric of the nation. Guys, watch that movie. You watch Napoleon, and you will see the genesis of the reason why they don't allow paternity tests there. Everybody's fucking everybody. Guys, you will not believe this when you see it. You will not believe this when you see it. Josephine was an absolute whore before and during her marriage to Napoleon. And Napoleon actually loved her. Every single time he came back, he's like, okay, I won this war. She's like, come back later. He'll come back and be like, okay, well, we just took over, an English country, blah, 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 blah. She's like, come back later. Everything he did for this woman, she didn't appreciate it. She did not appreciate it. This motherfucker became emperor for her. And guess what? Here's the red pill. Here's the red pill about it. Here's the red pill about it, y'all. Napoleon had the respect of everyone in France except for his wife. He gave her everything and more. And she treated him like absolute dog shit. Guys, listen. You gotta watch this movie. Now I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna warn you. It is very, very graphic. There's a lot of blood and gore. Like the beginning of the movie, the beginning of the movie starts off with the beheading. With the beheading of the beheading of Marie Antoinette. Okay, the beheading of Marie Antoinette 8 months earlier. Her husband, King Louis XVI, was beheaded in January. They beheaded her in October, so that was 9 months ago. That was the last of the French monarchy. That was the last king. That was the last king that France ever had. Of course, Napoleon takes over the army, and then of course he eventually becomes an emperor. Level Up Man. Yes. He says the only reason why Napoleon divorced Josephine is because she could not produce an heir for him. He ended up marrying the daughter of his arch nemesis, the Emperor of Austria. Absolutely. Absolutely. And check this out. Last thing about the movie. Here's how debaucherous this movie is. So the head maid for Napoleon, or one of his confidants, he's talking to her. He's like, dude, why can't we conceive? I've been fucking her, blah, 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 blah. You know, they're trying to run all these tests. He's like, okay, well, we have to do a test. He's like, okay, well, what's the test? We got to see if it's either you or her. He's like, okay, well, how are we going to do that? She said, it's already been set up. He's like, huh? She's like, yep. Go down the hall and to the left, and there is an 18-year-old virginal girl in bed waiting for you to impregnate her. Wait, I beg your jargon? Napoleon walks into this room, and as sure as the sky is blue, 18-year-old girl just laying there waiting to be deflowered. Well, obviously he ends up getting her pregnant, and that's how we knew Josephine was barren. They plucked some 18-year-old girl from some obscure village and said, hey, you're gonna let Napoleon fuck you raw and potentially get you pregnant. She didn't have a choice. No, here you go. Guys, that is oppression. Guys, that is real sexual assault. Bitches today talk about, oh, we're oppressed and sexual. 18 years old, deflowered by the Emperor of France as a test to see if the queen, if the Empress of France can bear children or not. You cannot make this stuff up.